mans is this? Oh, mans is this?
Who mans is this? I need to know.
LaRussell Dwayne Thomas. If you don't know who this is, I don't think you could call him an up-and-coming rapper anymore. I think Jay-Z already signed him, so he is signed to a major label. But he was on his grind for a while from Vallejo, California. Vallejo, however they pronounce it. California, West Coast in the house. West Coast is the best coast, as I've heard. So he has, I don't want to say he monikered this, but he says the style of music he does is called life rap, right? And in this video, he's doing a performance, I think, kind of a local performance. He has a small crowd there he's performing for. I want to play the beginning part because it's so heartwarming. And this little kid is just telling him his thoughts and, hey, this, that. So I'm going to play this part and you'll be like, oh, man, it's good that some positive music is getting back out there. And it's not just about the drugs. And we'll play this part and then we'll get to the main part we want to talk about.
Do like life rap because when I listen to your life rap, it like I feel it. I feel what you're saying. So what made you do that?
That's a phenomenal question. How old are you? 12? When I was 12, I needed songs that helped me navigate where I was in life. And I wasn't always able to find them. So I made them. A lot of the life rap you hear from me is songs, is messages from me to myself that I can remember along this journey. And for all the little people who look like me and love me and think like me, to have a guide on their way. That's why I write life rap, for everybody going through life.
Aww. Come on now. Aww. Come on. Come on now. Like, hey.
So touching.
They got you in the first half, right?
Oh, yes.
They got you in the first half, right?
Oh, so heartwarming.
Because, as an artist, right? A lot of your stuff comes from like life experiences, right? So you're just like,
yes.
I wish I would have had somebody to tell me something like this at this age. So to navigate this part of my life, right? So as of now, I'm just like, all right, LaRussell, like I fucks with that shit. Got this young black king saying, I feel this.
Uplifting and positive things.
When you rap like that, I feel it in here, and the audience is like, aw,
This is so heartwarming.
Yeah. Fast forward to 3 minutes and some change into the song, and the shit starts getting real. Do you want your 12-year-old kids listen? Here, take it away, LaRussell.
Hey, I'm not perfect, and neither is the president. Was guiltier than a nigga hiding evidence. You can't be mad that they heated if you don't let them vent.
First, remember this kid right here, and this little.
He said he felt it.
Yeah, he felt it in his chest. He rapped it right in front of him.
Even the devil was heaven sent. Even Malcolm was heaven sent. Even Martin was heaven sent. Even Kanye was heaven sent. We all heaven sent. Donald too. We all heaven sent. Epstein too. We all heaven sent. Adolf too. We all heaven sent. Even you. We all heaven sent.
Don't fucking point at me after.
You see the walk off?
Don't you group me with these people? Don't put me in that class, sir. Hey, first you started with the devil. Hold up. Hold up.
You weren't feeling that part? I mean, if you get into it, the devil did come from heaven. If you want to get like,
I mean, technically,
yeah, that's why I let that one ride. I'm like, he's out of line, but he's out of line, but he's right.
Technicalities.
Yeah, I'll let that ride, you know. But it's the rest of these. So let us run this back. Where we at? Here we go.
What's that?
Hey, I'm not perfect, and neither is the president. Was guiltier than a nigga hiding evidence. You can't be mad that they heated if you don't let them vent. Even the devil was heaven sent.
We letting that one go?
Shaky.
Shaky? All right, shaky at best. But
Shaky.
if any of these gets a pass,
Like the rest of this deserves a side eye. Like immediately side eye this performance.
this was
Sir, what are you talking about?
okay.
Even Malcolm was heaven sent.
Okay. Okay.
Even Martin was heaven sent.
Okay. He's correcting the ship.
Okay. We back on track. We back on track.
Yeah, okay. All right.
Even Kanye was heaven sent.
Ooh, shaky. Shaky. He got work still. Shaky.
We all heaven sent. Donald too.
Donald who?
Donald Trump? Gucci who? Gucci Mane? Don't do that. You know what Donald he's talking about. Donald who? Donald Trump? Donald Trump haven't sent yet. Donald Trump haven't sent. Barack ain't haven't sent. Shout out my nigga Donald. Donald made the list. Barack ain't made the list. Shout out my nigga Donald. All right, who's next on the list?
We all heaven sent. Epstein too.
Now, whoa. Now, hold on.
As this little girl is saying.
Now, hold on. Hold on. You can't just go from Donald to straight to Epstein, bro.
Yeah, why
Like,
not? They 6 degrees of separation, my boy. 6 degrees of separation. Why he can't do that?
Hold up.
You wanted him to go straight to Epstein from Martin? What you?
Bro, the grouping is crazy.
Be like, you know what? If you would have took the devil from first and put him kind of back in the back end of this shit.
I'm just saying. Donald, Epstein, and who's after Epstein?
It can't get any worse than this, right?
We all heaven sent. Adolf too.
Hey, yo.
Adolf made the list. Barack ain't made the list. Yo.
Bro, these groupings are wild, bro.
This is crazy, bro. We had the devil was heaven sent. Malcolm was heaven sent. Martin was heaven sent. And he went to Donald. Donald was heaven sent. Epstein was heaven. Epstein. It's how he said that one. Epstein too.
Epstein too.
Hey, don't forget.
Adolf too.
All heaven sent. Adolf too.
Adolf too.
We all heaven sent. And then it's this part after he says that shit. Like he's like,
We all heaven sent.
hi.
Even you. We all heaven sent.
I feel like he called that kid a heathen.
Bro, he walked off like, I did this. I just dropped such a knowledge bomb.
Bars.
Like, I'm so controversial with that take, but I'll be looked at a wise man because of that shit. Like, you know.
Y'all haven't sent.
Epstein too. Trying to see who's clapping. And who's not. Yeah, my brother here ain't clapping.
Oh, no, he ain't having it.
He ain't fucking with that. He ain't clapping. My man here, he don't look like he clapping.
He's squaring up, bro.
He might be about to raise his hands to clap. Let's see. Let's see what he finna do. No, he ain't clapping. My brother here ain't clapping. I mean, it's one of those weird things where I guess like if you're in the audience and you're just like, is it done? Do we clap or should we clap?
I don't know if I want to clap.
If I clap, am I going to be on camera and people think that I agree with them or?
Yeah. I like this.
Do I like this? Is he being like super smart or super dumb? Like I can't read him. He's got like this Childish Gambino kind of thing, but not really. He's rapping without shoes.
Not really.
So I'm thinking he's like conscious, but he's saying some off the wall shit.
Yeah. Ain't no way.
I mean, so he put his stuff in there. It's this. How you feeling about it? How you feeling about LaRussell? Like, obviously, he's under scrutiny. People are talking about him. It's not going well for him about now, as you could probably imagine, right?
Oh yeah. But also, this is not some. Listen, young rappers, they have a tendency, bro. Like nobody's immune. The stuff they say may catch up to them later. Like nobody's immune from that. But that's wild. That's not something I would think to put to paper.
Oh yeah.
No.
Malcolm too.
Especially in this climate. Yeah. Like, what am I trying to say? Am I trying to unite everybody?
I don't. Did he ever try to explain himself? Let me see.
Like, what is my message here?
LaRussell, heaven sent explanation.
We all come from heaven. I mean, technically that's true. We all come from heaven. But some of us ain't going back, and you got to be okay with that.
LaRussell. I'm trying to see if. Oh, LaRussell explains. Okay, let me bring this.
So
up.
what did he say?
Hey, we got to dig into this. This is real time. Like, let me see what he said.
What did he say?
What did he say? What did he say?
What'd you say?
Yeah. Let me bring this up.
So how's your week been? Has it been good?
It's been incredible, honestly. I've been really grinding and moving and getting to see my shit scale. But also, there's the.
Is your engineer in the room?
No.
Okay, I gotta ask.
Nope.
Yo, let's talk.
So the funny part he asked that is, before he got into the intro of that song, he's like, my engineer didn't want me to make this song, but I felt the need to do it because I felt it. And then so he's just like, is your engineer in here? So
well done.
So shout out to your engineer.
Well done,
yeah. Shout out to your engineer who tried to save you from this shit, but you thought you was the world needed to hear this shit. But
let's just get that shit out of the way.
Come on.
Okay, so this clip comes out. You posted something on Twitter. And what's funny is like, I had clicked on it and I had like when your caption was like, my engineer said I shouldn't drop this. I'm like, I listened to like maybe the first like 5 or 6 seconds of it. And I was like, I was like, whatever. It's just like some LaRussell shit, like talking about whatever's going on, whatever. And then I just saw like, it just kept getting
the outrage.
And I was like, wait, let me rewatch this and make sure did I miss? I was like, oh, so you released a kind of a response to the virality and more context of the song today, I believe. Your thoughts on just, I guess a lot of people are, I wouldn't say they're offended as much. I would say a lot of people, for whatever reason, it feels like are off-put by the heaven sent song.
Yeah, I think people mistake what I'm saying for me like being complicit.
Right.
Like they think it was me showing support, but they didn't think it was me showing support to Martin, Malcolm, and Kanye, who I also mentioned.
Remember, I said these other names too. I said these other names. Y'all ain't give me props for that. Why y'all ain't give me props?
Can we get to a space where you know what you said? know what you said. Can we please get to a spot to where stand on what you said? Yeah, but I didn't say nothing. Nobody said nothing about Martin, Malcolm, and Kanye. Who are all... Yeah, but look who you grouped together, bro. Like that's my whole thing. I wouldn't care if you didn't group these people to get like one after the other. It just got progressively worse. You start like you had us in the first half, even with the kid. Like you had us like, okay, it's shaky. The devil technically did come from heaven. All right, let's write this. And then you just jump right off the deep end, bro. Like, why? You knew exactly what you were doing. You knew exactly what you're doing. Of course, we're not going to talk about Martin, Malcolm, and Kanye. And even so, you put the devil first. Like, yes. Do you know why the devil is technically heaven sent? Because God kicked him out. Dummy. Jesus. Why are we doing this?
Bro, the minute everybody trip up that nobody was tripping when I was like talking about Malcolm and Martin and shit. Cause bro, you there's levels to the names, bro. Like
Yes.
The thing these other people were fucking accused of or have done on the earth, atrocities that will go down in history. The Holocaust, my boy. We're not gonna gravitate to that. And be like, hey,
Yes.
hey.
Bro, you start with accusations of pedophilia, then pedophilia, and then you end on genocide, bro. Of course, people are gonna make a big deal of that.
But nobody giving me props for saying about. Anyway, let me let this guy finish. I want to hear his explanation. Continue, LaRussell.
And they just think it was me showing support to him, you know, and being complicit in his behavior. And that's like the furthest thing from the truth. You know, any nigga who know me, I think niggas like Trump and Epstein deserve the worst.
For sure.
You know, but it's also like the art in writing that song. It's like niggas who do this know when you start writing, like words come to you. You know, this isn't like an intent. No one sits down like, I'm gonna write about Epstein. Right. It's just like what comes to you. And then that realization was like, damn. God made a nigga like Martin Luther King who did so much and changed the world. And he also created a nigga like Epstein who was like the lowest of the low, you know, and they come from the same source. And it was just a realization to me of like, damn, you really like free will, you know, you could go either way in this world. And it's not just them, you know, like that's why I believe this outrage is fake, because niggas, we know niggas who murderers, serial killers, and we like free them. We know niggas who pimping and sex trafficking, and we like free them. Niggas uncles and they daddies got and it's like free them.
What do you think of this argument that he's trying to do? How you feel about that?
Okay, so on one hand, when he brings up the comparison of God can make one person and then make a completely different person, like it's kind of a moot point, because if you read the Bible, if like you see the examples in the Bible, some of the people that God used were the lowest of the low people, right? Matter of fact, Christianity is largely built off the practices of one of the lowest people to ever walk the earth. And that's Paul.
Mm-hmm.
And before he became Paul, he was like really, he was
Saul. He was out here.
Terrible person.
Yes.
Right. But that argument is kind of moot. I get where you're coming from. Your argument though, and the way you present it, it doesn't jive, because yes, God does make these people. God can also use these people. And these people clearly turned away from that. So you have to be able to acknowledge that too. Like, yes, people can change, but these people so far have not. And I'll leave it at that.
My thing is, this is when artists get too too smart for their own selves. The way they try to portray things.
Correct.
The way they try to, like, if you just would have wrote a song explaining, you know, how people make their own, you know, free will, like you're saying here, like, you know, God created everybody, like, in the grand scheme. If you're trying to say, like, God knew when he was bringing Hitler, baby Hitler, into the world, that he was going to do this, like, are you saying, like, God should have not? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's your whole point with bringing them up, saying the heaven sent?
Stop the presses.
Because you know what the when people say, oh, man, this is heaven sent, this is a God sent, this is this, it's a blessing. You're usually using that to describe a blessing, and you're making it seem like,
right, correct.
Even God made Epstein, even God made Hitler. Like, that's how, that, you know, so you're trying to sound too smart, and it didn't work out. So now you're up here like, you know, I mean, because, I mean, black people, we got serial killers and everything. We like free serial killer stuff, you know, like we have aunts and uncles that have been done, you know, and we're like, you know, free our people. Like, don't quit. First of all, I doubt that people who, like, I mean, there's still people that be like, free R. Kelly. R. Kelly need to stay wherever the fuck he at.
I agree.
But, you know, like, if someone's like, free my cousin, free this, like, I'm pretty sure it's not because they're wanted for the shit that these people are wanted for. And even if they're all like, free these people, like, they ain't out here making a song saying this person's heaven sent. They're like, just get them out of jail, you know? You're out here saying that some of the most evil people that have walked this earth have been sent to us by God. Have been sent to us by God. And that's you're like, you know what? I'll say, like, your intentions, I understand, but your execution was ass. Complete
very
ass.
ass.
Intentions, hey.
BBL ass is what that was.
These BBLs is killing y'all. But let me let him speak a little bit more on this shit.
Right.
You know, but me saying, damn, God made me and he made this sick ass nigga is a problem. That's not me being complicit. That's me just having the realization of, like, bro, you really gotta choose what you gonna do with your life and what path you gonna lead.
I think, I mean, what you just pointed out is true. Like, the stuff that we glorify is interesting, and the things we choose to get outraged by, it's very interesting. I think that your explanation explained it better than I think the video gave initially, if that makes sense. Because I feel like if someone was like, not necessary, because I know you and I know what you, I mean, also I'm not people have every right to feel however they feel, because there's even people who are like, I understood what he was trying to say, it's just, why say it? But it's art, right?
Yeah.
Right. So it's like, well, fuck off. Like, you don't have to like it. At the same time, like, I was like, I know this fool. Like, this is the same guy who a radio station in Los Angeles wouldn't release a freestyle of his because he was talking about free Palestine.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I know where this guy's heart is. And, like, I understood what you were saying. Like, it for you, like, it to me, it seemed like, and let me know what your thoughts are. Ever since this Rock Nation thing happened, I've never seen people nitpick nothing.
I already don't like this because now the host is starting to baby.
He's veering off.
Is starting to baby instead of asking, like, you know, just because he was getting there. He's like, I think your explanation of it is done better than what you were trying to do in the song, and he should have just been like, why did you do it that way? You know, like. You can't, like, ask him, like, you can't understand why people are upset based on how you delivered this. Like, your explanation, 100%, we understand what you're saying. The way you did it in the song was done poorly. Can you agree that that's the case, and that is why people are outraged, quote unquote? Yeah, and he's just like, well, because it's art.
First of all. Yeah. First of all, you should have listened to your engineer. Your engineer knew what it was.
Yeah.
And 9 times out of 10, for the people who haven't, like, did albums, like, the engineer is normally they're normally really smart on what sounds are going to produce certain results. I don't know. I can't explain how I know that, but like just being in the studio with and not every engineer is like this, but a good engineer in which you're at a professional level. I expect every engineer that you work with to be a good engineer. A good engineer will be able to pivot you in a direction. So if your engineer is telling you something, they hear certain things that you may necessarily not hear because you think what you're doing is art.
Yeah.
And if an engineer is not a yes man and they actually telling you like, yo, bro, this ain't it, listen to them, because 9 times out of 10 they're right.
And this is the engineer. This is the dude in the studio who's getting paid just to mix and match and do that stuff. This isn't your PA.
He don't have to tell you
this
nothing
ain't your
else.
agent. This ain't nothing.
Yeah.
This dude, out of the goodness of his heart, probably working with other mainstream artists, because you just came up, you just got signed to a major label, LaRussell. He's like, fam,
This ain't it.
read the room. Like read the room. And maybe LaRussell was probably thinking, like I said, he's too brilliant of an artist to be constrained, and like people creators create, however they do it. I don't know if a part of him was thinking he would get some kind of virality from, hey, the Epstein thing is hot. If I say this, if I say some controversial stuff, people will be like, oh, this motherfucker over here, what's he talking about? And then start looking into your catalog
And then want to check your music out. Yeah.
So I'm sure some of that was involved in it. But again, it's one of those, your explanation says a lot. It helps people probably understand where you were coming from, but your delivery was kind of wild. And people deserve, because like, God forbid, the victims of whatever happened on that island that are still out here, they fuck around and come across this song and you talk about this man was heaven sent. How are you thinking about those victims? No, you're just thinking like, I'm just saying there's levels to it. Like,
yep,
it's not illegal what you did. You're allowed to do that, but you have to face the reactions from your action. And the reaction is people are just like, bro, you wild. I haven't heard Jay-Z speak on it,
He ain't.
Oh, he like, I just signed this motherfucker. Shit! Oh, fuck. B.
You got about two more albums.
Yo, you can't be coming. I just signed you. You can't be coming up here and doing some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? You just can't come here and just come out here and talk about son, Epstein?
Yo, did you seen the lawsuits they tried to put on me, son?
These are horrible Jay-Z impersonations. I never tried to work on a Jay-Z impersonation. I gotta work on that. It's your boy. What the hell's wrong with you, son? You out here talking about Epstein being heaven sent. Yo, son.
That's crazy.
Crazy. You're crazy for this one. You're crazy for this one. Oh my God. But yeah, again, it's one of those things where maybe he'll learn from it, maybe not. Maybe he'll just be, I'm not changing my stance. I said what I said. Like you said, stand on it. Don't come out here and be trying to switch shit up. Like, you said what you said. Don't be like, nobody says nothing when I said Malcolm was heaven sent or Martin was heaven sent. Why nobody complaining about that? Because the term heaven sent usually means someone coming here to do a good thing,
To be a blessing.
Yes. So that's why. And then to your point, the names that you group together, bro, like, come on, man. Come on, man. Let's go. Let's be realistic, LaRussell.
Hey, yo.
Let's be realistic, LaRussell. Stop doing this shit. Everybody just be running. People have uncles. They be like, free him. And they done did some wild stuff. Like, I'm pretty sure if somebody's uncle was, put in jail for the reason that Epstein was, they wouldn't be like, free my uncle.
Right.
If
Leave
my
him
if
there.
my uncle did some shit like Hitler, I wouldn't be out here like free my uncle. They probably in there because they had some weed on them and got put in. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yep.
don't be doing this shit, LaRussell. You know, just be like, my fault. I can realize how insensitive that was, how it could have been taken. That wasn't my intent. This was my intent. Blah blah blah. But he wants to be defensive and be like, because hey, it's art. And the podcast host, like, he started going down that route to challenge him to be like, why would you do it? No, I know you, dude. Like, you had a thing. They wouldn't play your record because you said free Palestine. Because you're that kind of guy. Like, I know you. So I hate
You're
when
an
hosts do
enabler.
that. Yeah, 100%. 100%. But anyways, that is who we got for whose man's is this? LaRussell, Dwayne Thomas. I'm not hoping that you get canceled or your career takes a hit or anything like that. Just kind of take a little bit. Words just come to me. You don't sit down. Maybe next time words come to you, you sit down and be like, does this word need to be verbatim on this paper?
It don't.
Or just type it into Chat GPT and be like, hey, can you make this not can you make this not wild? Chat GPT was like, I'd recommend you taking these names out if you're talking about heaven sent.
Take this
Yeah.
off.
So this is my first time doing rap. Don't say this. Please.
It's my first time at this level, y'all.
I mean, you don't sit down. Words just come to you, And I'm just like,
them words ain't never
I
came to
don't
me.
know. I reach out to MRK, Wiz, you, be like, y'all ever get the urge to say Epstein was? Oh no,
Nope.
y'all ain't vibing like he is then. But anyways, that's all we got. We'll wrap this up. We'll return to regular schedule programming, get some final shots and thoughts, and let you guys get on with your weekends. How's that sound, man?
Sounds amazing, bro.
All right, let's do it.
I know those eyes don't look.